If you've ever wanted to know how your past lives are showing up in this life and easily understand what they are and how you can access the fantastic aspects of them, then this video is for you. Hi, my name is Tanya Kaepernick. I film spiritual videos on the fly, in the moment, unedited, because that's where all the inspiration drops in and you get all the cool stuff. If you had to wait for me to edit this, it would never come out. So here's the deal. Your past lives are something that come in with you. There's about 7 lives you have access to. And these 7 lives are core aspects of your energy that are helping you through the challenges in this lifetime. They're helping you with the growth points, they're helping you with the inspiration, they're helping you with soul qualities to expand and to grow where you are in this lifetime, because your soul loves expansion. Your soul, your spirit, whatever you want to call it. Don't get hung up on definitions. Your soul loves expansion. It always wants to be more. It wants to know the unknown. And so that means experiencing thought in lots of different ways. It means experiencing a thought, observing a perception, and watching how it emotionally plays out. So, for example, when I came into this lifetime, there were certain things that I had set up so I could experience them and grow and experience life through that perspective. And sometimes there were challenges, sometimes there were things that were really helpful. It just kind of depends. But it's all stacked up there for you, for your evolution and for you to grow. Now, whether or not you take that evolution and whether or not you grow is up to us. That's our free will. So there is definitely, when it comes to destiny, there's something your soul had in mind for growth that it was like, yeah, baby, that's going to be fun. But it doesn't mean you have to take it. You do kind of feel a little bit like lacking if you haven't made those choices that have caused your soul growth. That's where people are like, well, what's my purpose, right? That's where one of those things like, what's my purpose comes from, is there's been kind of key decisions where your soul is like, well, I want you to kind of come this way, baby, kind of come this way. And don't worry if you didn't make those decisions, you can you can still jump on that train. But that's why that we have past lives that come in with us, these other experiences that have qualities and wisdom for us, okay? So they're going to be really readily available for you to understand. You'll be like, I don't even know where that quality came from. Here's a really good example. So I came in with my name Tanya, meaning Queen of the Fairies, right? So this was a clue to one of my lives, right? Into another multidimensional aspect to where I lived and to kind of part of the energy that I held. In a Taekwondo competition once, is into martial arts, loved it, had a blast in Taekwondo. But in the competition, when I was fighting, something clicked in and something took over me, and I ended up beating this girl who was like pretty far above my skill level, because that whole thing, when you're in the zone of, I was in the zone of inspiration and just kind of going for it, right? And it was like that life kicked in, right? So there was a life spent as this warrior, as in this martial arts area. If anybody who has seen me swim knows I can swim better than I can walk, right? And watching Shark Week once, they were depicting how Michael Phelps was built and how his body was built as a swimmer. He had the arms, he had the shoulders, he had the legs, he had the body, he had the torso, and it dropped in. I was like, oh my gosh, oh, it's so obvious. I've spent a lifetime as a mermaid. Never mind the fact that The Little Mermaid was one of my favorite things as a kid. It was one of my favorite things because that was something that really resonated with me, something I really, really remembered. And so it shows up in lots of different ways in your life. It's going to show up in those characters you really admire on screen, right? That you're kind of continually drawn to. There's something there for you. There's some kind of aspect, there's some kind of growth. Now, Do you need to go and get a past life regression to remember all of this stuff? Well, that's up to you. That's up to you. Do you feel that calling? Is that kind of lining up? Is that clicking in your universe? Right? Are those right? Does that make sense for you? Some people do. That's not something I've ever really felt a need to go to. But if it showed up in my world, if it was like being led to me, it's like, yeah, full throttle, let's jump onto that. I don't know why I want to do it, but I do. So there's different kind of aspects. Maybe you want to explore it, maybe you don't, but they show up for you. And it's really fun to play with this stuff. And I actualize this stuff in my life by playing with it, because play is the key to creation. In play, everything is possible. In play, there is no limitations. There's no logic. There's no limitations whatsoever. In play, anything is possible. So I start to walk that way, start to talk that way. I start to look at things that way. And that's when it unfolds in your own life, and that's when those qualities can come out and you can start playing with them readily. So today, it's worth the gander, it's worth the investment, right? Like I would say, like a little bit of a soul workout, right? Because you got to train for this stuff. If you started running a marathon with never training before, you might have a lot of fun, you could do it, you could probably manage it, but if you train for it, it's going to be a lot easier, right? So your spiritual training would be to take this and to walk into your life and be like, where is this stuff showing up for me? What kind of characters am I drawn to? What did I love as a kid? What really speaks to me, even though I don't have a reason why? Play around with it. And when the brain meets up and says, well, that doesn't make sense, it doesn't have to. I'm just playing with it. I'm just playing with it. It doesn't have to make sense. Play is probably the most powerful, in my opinion, the most powerful quality you can add to any situation, And the best thing about it is when you do something in play, it wires your brain in 8 to 10 sessions versus like, I don't know, what is it, 200, 400 plus? Don't quote me on that one, but it plays a lot more efficient. It just is. It always is. Plus it's fun. That's what I have for you on past lives. Super short, super fun, because I want you to go apply. You don't need more information. Just go apply it. And if you want more of this, I've got a show coming up in September called The Rescripted Soul. And we've also got a membership where you can dive in, where we train this stuff, where we train for your spiritual journey so you can recognize the small things that are coming up and have that mentality to act on it when it's there. I'll see you in the next episode. Let me know, leave a comment who some of your past lives were spent as. I know definitely I've had, right, the mermaid, the warrior, the queen. Oh God, there's definitely been quite a few different dimensions. One of my favorites though is like the rock star and the fashion part. Oh, that one's fun to play with. There's a couple more. Let me know yours though, because I want to hear them. You know I want to hear them. And I'll see you in the next video.